Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about The Walking Dead World Beyond and talk about the second post-credit scene that we got for the season. We got another one in last night's episode, and I absolutely love these post-credit scenes where we learn more about the CRM, and they definitely are hyping up the CRM and the Rick Grimes movies and all that kind of stuff. The post-credit scenes also raise a lot of questions, and we're going to be discussing those in this video as well. Before I do get into it though, spoiler warning in case you are not caught up with The Walking Dead World Beyond. Well, I guess we're not really going to be talking about the World Beyond, we're going to be talking about the post-credit scene, but I don't know, it's just a habit saying that because I don't want to spoil anything by accident if you aren't caught up. And then also, I'm going to be doing a Q&A soon. I have a post in the community section of my channel. The Walking Dead shows, Fear and The World Beyond have been back for a couple weeks, so I'm thinking of doing a Q&A. So if you have any questions about those or anything Walking Dead related, like CRM or the Rick Grimes movies, anything, just leave them in the underneath the post I made, and I'll be answering them in a video coming out soon. But with that being said, let's get into the video. Alright, so we're back with Dr. Belshaw, and in this post-credit scene, she's continuing her work. It looks like she's conducting experiments. We saw in the last post-credit scene. The last post-credit scene was awesome because it gave us, or it told us what an A and a B is. So just a quick recap, A's are people who are getting tested on. Our buddy Rick Grimes is a B, so he probably isn't going to be tested on. Who knows though, we never know for sure what a B means, but it looks like A's are the ones who are getting tested on. But maybe B's are a different test, who knows? I mean, Rick is a total stranger to them, so I don't know what they're doing with Rick, but hopefully we find out soon, that's for sure. But Dr. Belshaw, she goes into her desk and she takes out this little notebook that belonged to Dr. Bennett, who is Hope and Iris's father. And it says Dr. Leopold Bennett. I don't know if I said that name right. Leopold Bennett. And it says Advanced Immunology, What to Know in the Age of the Unknown. And then the top there it says Nebraska State University Genetic Research Laboratory. So this is really interesting. So the study of immunology. So it basically tells us that they're studying immunities and if people are immune to this. And I think that's why they may be doing tests. And according to the show, they are trying to find a cure. So that kind of makes me think maybe this is why they're experimenting on people, because they want to find somebody who's immune. So I guess they're thinking that somebody out there is immune, and maybe they're going to use that person to create a cure or something like that. I don't know how they're going to do this because, I mean, it seems very complicated because it seems like everyone has this whatever this is, because no matter, even if you die without getting bit by a walker, you're turned into a walker. So again, I think maybe that's why they're doing things like trading people for food, or giving food for people, with Jadis, because they're really just testing on anybody to see if they can find someone who's immune to it. Again, I don't know for sure though. I'm not a scientist. I don't know how this works, but that's my best guess. But they're not only just trying to find a cure. I think they're really just trying to understand the zombie apocalypse and stuff like that. Because look at the book. It says What to Know in the Age of the Unknown. And in the last post-credit scene, they said they're going to be doing tests about like before they're walkers, after they're walkers, maybe. They say something about climate changes. So I think they're just trying to figure out exactly what this is, and then work from there to find a cure. I don't know if they ever will. I mean, I don't know if that's like the end game for the show, or like, I mean, not for the show, for the universe, because I know the show, I don't think you're going to have a cure by the end of the show, because the show is sticking to what Robert Kirkman's books are about, and those aren't about a cure. AMC, their franchise is focusing on a cure, and that's great, that's awesome. So I don't know if that's going to relate to the Rick Grimes movies, where the last Rick Grimes movie has, the cure found or something, but things are getting interesting. I mean, it's moving really slow, because we have to wait for the movies and stuff like that, but it definitely is interesting. And it looks like this, I don't know what they're going to show us in the season finale, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty big season finale, because this is another thing I quickly wanted to talk about with the season finale. They posted their schedule, so we have like Fear the Walking Dead in the World Beyond, November 8th, November 15th, November 22, and then November 29th We have episode 9 and 10. So it's going to be like a 2 hour special where we have episode 9 and 10. Now, I don't know. Maybe I don't know why they're doing it that way. Maybe just because it's a schedule or what. Or at least I'm hoping it's gonna be a pretty big episode. And we're gonna get to it in a second in the post-credit scene. But Dr. Bennett, they know that Hope and Iris and them, they're coming to New York. Like they know that. So I don't know if they're gonna get there by episode 10 because they're still really far away. I mean, they do have a truck now, so maybe they get there fast, but we'll see. I mean, I really hope they do get there by the finale and we get to see something with the finale, because I mean, they could save it for season 2, but I really hope not. But anyways, getting back into the post-credit scene, we have her, she opens up the book and we have a picture of Hope and Iris. It's a letter that they sent. They said, "Dad, hurry up and finish saving the world so you can come home. We love you, Hope, Iris." And then, there's something about Dr. Bennett's body language. And first of all, I have to say, I have to give credit to the actress because she's really good. Because just in her mannerisms and the way she's moving around and her facial expressions, you can tell something's bothering her. And I think the work she's doing is bothering her. But again, she's working for the CRM and she probably has to do it. And then the phone rings. So the CRM somehow have phones, which is kind of insane. But then, yeah, I believe it's Elizabeth she's talking to. She says, "I'm still working on that. It will be taken care of by the time they arrive. Dr. Bennett won't be a problem. His security detail won't be either." And then she says, "Of course. Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel." Okay, so there's a lot there. So the first part is it'll be taken care of by the time they arrive, so they know that the group is coming to New York. Dr. Bennett won't be a problem. His security detail won't be either. So I think they may be, I don't know if Dr. Bennett is dead. I really hope not, but I don't know what they mean he won't be a problem. I don't know if he's locked up or is he getting tested on, because remember that one other guy who was getting tested on in the last post-credit scene, he was in that photo with Dr. Belshaw. So I don't know if that was hinting at Dr. Bennett possibly being tested on, but I really hope not, because that would be so sad for Hope and Iris, and that would be really tragic for them to come to New York and then see that. You guys can let me know your thoughts and opinions about this and your theories. Like, what do you think is going on with Dr. Belshaw and Dr. Bennett? They seem to be pretty close. They're in that image. They're right next to each other. I mean, I don't know why they would want to experiment or take down Dr. Bennett, because they brought him from Nebraska because he knows something about the cure. So I don't know why they would want to test him. I don't think that would be a smart thing, because if they brought him in here to do this work to find a cure, he knows something and he's probably valuable to the team. But again, you guys let me know what you think is going on there. Now things start getting really interesting at the end there. So she hangs up the phone after she's done talking, and she looks out into the glass window where they're doing more tests. Now, this is a totally different place than we were in the last post-credits scene. This is like a lot more empty, and we don't really see anything. It kind of just zooms out, but we hear something. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play the sound, and then we'll talk about it. But listen to this sound, because it really is interesting. Now, is it just me, or do those walker sounds sound a lot different? I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about that. Maybe it's just me, but to me, especially those last two. So we hear some rattling, so it looks like the walkers are like, stuck somewhere or tied up, or we saw in the last post-credit scene. And then we hear the growls, and it gets louder and louder. But the last two growls sound super weird. They don't sound like normal growls, like normal walker growls. They're a lot more louder and more aggressive. And maybe it's because they're doing experiments or something like that, and the walker can feel that. I don't know. But something about those two growls, are off. I think they're doing something. They didn't really specify what test this is, but I think they're doing something which really aggravated these walkers, because those sound like some really angry walkers. But you guys let me know your theories on that. I quickly wanted to play that at the end of the video just to see everyone's thoughts on it. So definitely let me know in the comments down below. But overall, great post-credit scene because it tells us about them working on immunity and finding a cure and all that kind of stuff, which is very exciting. Then also it sets up the future of this show because now the group knows, or the CRM knows, that the group with Hope and Iris and them are coming to New York. But as far as this video goes, I am going to wrap it up there. Again, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like rating, and for more Walking Dead videos like this, be sure to subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching, everybody. Please stay safe, and I'll see you guys soon.